Hello everyone, happy to see you again. Today we are going to share how to pray when under pressure of studies and exams, and I hope it will be helpful to everyone. Students' pressure is usually from exams. A few days ago, a brother told me that he faced great exam stress a while ago, and it even caused anxiety before the test. This caused him, who had good grades, to perform abnormally. In the end, he failed the exam, so he had to retake the exam. He said that it's fine to prepare for the exam again, but how to resolve his pre-exam anxiety and get good grades easily? This has become his current problem. First of all, we should know human wisdom comes from God. God has the wisdom to create the heavens, the earth, and all things, and even more wisdom to rule over all things in the universe. At the beginning, God created man and gave him wisdom. According to the biblical record of Genesis chapter 2, verse 19 to 20.
And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an help meet for him.
Adam didn't go to school at the time, but was able to give all the creatures in the Garden of Eden different appropriate names. This is the wisdom that God gives to man. From this we see that wisdom comes from God. Knowing this, we should pray to God. May God give us the wisdom to face all difficulties in exam. Another important thing is that we have to realize that God is the creator, and that everything, including the fate and the future of each person, is in the hands of God. Let's read the words of God.
From the moment you come crying into this world, you begin to fulfill your duty. For God's plan and for His ordination, you perform your role and start your life's journey. Whatever your background and whatever the journey ahead of you, no one can escape the orchestrations and arrangements of the heaven, and no one is in control of their own destiny. For only He who rules over all things is capable of such work. Since the day man came into existence, God has ever worked thus, managing the universe, directing the roads of change for all things, and the trajectory of their movement. Like all things, man is quietly and unknowingly nourished by the sweetness and rain and dew from God. Like all things, man unknowingly lives beneath the orchestration of God's hand. Man's heart and spirit are held in the hand of God. Everything of his life is beheld in the eyes of God. Regardless of whether or not you believe this, any and all things, whether living or dead, will shift, change, renew, and disappear in accordance with God's thoughts. Such is the way in which God presides over all things.
After reading the words of God, we know from the moment we are born, we start to live in the specific environments God arranged for us and fulfill our respective missions. What job we will have has already been ordained by God. Just try your best to study, and entrust the exam results to God's hands. Just do everything in your ability and leave the rest to God. Then you won't feel so stressed and even miserable. While entrusting everything to God, pray a prayer of obedience to God, earnestly telling God about your innermost thoughts, and entrust the task to God, and let God decide the result. After such a prayer of obedience and the reliance on God, you will feel particularly liberated and at ease. Thank God, that's all for today. From the fellowship, we can see that it's very important to know God's sovereignty and arrangements. The more we know about God, the greater our confidence in God, and the more we know how to rely on God, to look up to God and obey God. Next time we will share how to pray when facing illness. If you like this video, don't forget to press like and then subscribe to our channel so that you won't miss any videos. See you soon. Bye bye.